And in all that, because that barrage is so loud, they open up every gun you can think of. Whether they got them, I don't think they did. But to me, at my age today, at 89, I'm thankful for one thing. I still have my hearing. I can hear someone in the back whispering. I can hear the air conditioning running. It's still there. I stayed on that beach for 4 months. In that foxhole, working off and on, like I told you. Of course, most of the time, then they were scattered. It was just the idea of living there. And in those 4 months, the same outfit I came in with, I still had it on 4 months later. Same pants, same boots, same underwear. We hardly ever brushed our teeth. There was no such thing as showers. No such thing as washing your face outside of when you got on the ship to help unload. You ran into the laboratories. Just take your shirt off and spray yourself down. After 4 months, the British brought in a mulberry pier, which is still out there, only it's all broken up since I've been there in the 65th anniversary. But it's still there off the beach where I came in.
And so after all of that, I mean, after everything you've been through, do you ask yourself, how was it that, so many people lost their lives, and you being surrounded by all that, what was protecting you, think?
Being upstairs. Because Sergio, I believe in God, and I pray. We all did. Fortunately, some got hit, some didn't. I never got wounded. Yes, I believed in God. And when I go to church on Sunday, I haven't forgotten. I still thank Him that I'm here at 89 years old and in the shape I'm in. People don't believe that I'm 89 because of the shape I'm in, because all of the things that I do. I'm very active with my brain. I try to exercise practically every day. I read. I eat well. I got a wife, Korean wife, who makes me soup. She makes me all kind of green vegetables. Yes, I do take good care of myself. And I just thank the good Lord, Sergio, that I came through hell. I came through hell, but here I am.
And so you received lots of medals for your service. And
all these plus what I'm going to get today, and that is the top medal.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, where does this one rank that you're getting today out of
this
all of
one,
them?
it used to be called the Croix de Guerre from the French people. It is now called the Legion of Merit. Right?
Legion of Merit.
Legion of Merit. Legion of Merit. Okay, which is equivalent to the Medal of Honor in the United States. You've seen many veterans up with President Obama. They get that Medal of Honor. Well, so am I.
It's got to be a good feeling.
You want to hear a story about Mr. Obama at the 65th anniversary? I'd be glad to tell you.
Sure.
If you got time.
Yeah, well, do you have time?
We got
We
15
got 10 minutes.
When I was there, Mr. Obama was giving his speech, and we sat in the group behind all the dignitaries. I was about 8 feet away from him. And when it was all over and Mr. Obama took the wreath, he was 2 folding chairs where you were. 2 folding chairs away from me. So I watched everybody shaking his hand. And Sergio, let me tell you this. Whether you like the president or don't like him, whether he's black, white, yellow, it doesn't matter. It's the respect. The respect. Shake the hand of the president. That's what you want. See, that's what you're thinking of. The president of the United States. So I walked up to him, and just as I got to him, somebody else got his attention, and his back was to me, and I tell you, we were this close. All right? And then I pounded to say, well, now what do I do? And I looked over to my right,
Only like that.
and there's 6 to 8 security guards. And as everybody knows, they're packing. So I looked at them and I said, well, they're only a few feet from me. And I know one thing, outside of shaking his hand, you're not supposed to touch the president. Well, I took this finger and I poked the president in the gut. And that president turned around, and as I come up, he said, no, sir. He said, let me shake your hand for the service you've given to the United States. He said, I congratulate you, sir. There's my story.
Phenomenal.
Awesome. Okay, well, that'll do it for now. And we'll chat later too.
Wow.
Hey, you're gonna have to remind him on the 70th now that, hey, remember this finger?
Gaetano, just tell me, what's it like? What's the feeling like today for you?
You mean today, sir?
Today?
Today is a wonderful day. You know, we're going back 70 years ago. And to think, it's still observing, even after 70 years, to think that something like this would come to light and to be awarded by the French government. It's words I'm looking for and enduring, and it makes my heart feel good. I myself can represent a lot of the good buddies that aren't here today. So I'm accepting what I get today right here from myself and for them. They'll always be a part of me. Some that made it and haven't lived as long as me. Some that were there when I came in on Normandy, that when you got off that landing craft, I got off, I was in water up to my chest. My M1, my backpack, my steel helmet. Unfortunately, there were landing crafts that came in behind us, didn't come into shore close enough. And I'm so sorry to think that those poor guys just stepped off that ramp and just went down 6 feet or 8 feet. Never saw the shore. Also coming in, I do many talks in town, and I always refer to people before my talks. I always tell them, did you see Saving Private Ryan? Yes. Private Ryan was the most true, authentic picture about World War II, especially about Omaha and Normandy. In the picture they showed 2 of the GIs as they're coming in who were very seasick. And yes, I can understand that, because after we got off the transport, climbing down those ropes onto the landing craft, we were coming in like this, if you could picture that. And yes, in the picture they showed 2. On the landing craft I was in, we were about, if I remember, 20, 25. We were all so sick that we shore. And I could still hear the sergeant yelling at us, who's in charge. I'll land the craft. All right, guys, get there as best as you can. You drop your weapon, leave it. Just get to that shore. Maybe not in those words, but get to that shore as best as you can. I never did drop my weapon. I got most of the way with most of the guys that were around me, and we did drop down because you were so sick. But we dropped down, and it was just as well, and you just about crawl up on your knees and all until you can get to those dunes to get yourself a little protection. By that time, there was so much action going on. There was many guys killed. Yes, there was blood everywhere. But you gotta be strong, you gotta be strong, you gotta keep going, you gotta get up there, you gotta save yourself. And we did. And after a few days, when the infantry, which we were 4th Battalion, our job was to unload ships with amphibious boats. But once the infantry pushed most of the Germans back a few miles, we were then allowed to go past the dunes and dig our foxholes, 2 men to a foxhole. I'd say about that deep. There was a lot of bombing from that night on, and to kind of protect yourself, we would take turns and run out on the beach because so many American ships would hit, and you'd find these planks on the beach, and we would cover our foxholes. And there was quite a few times when he and I would wake and you'd find shrapnel that long, stuffed in those panels. And that would be him and me. Even though we weren't provided with morphine to help each one another and